Hello and welcome to My Xbox and Me, episode 100. I am one of your hosts, MC Fixer, alongside, because it's episode 100, because it is episode 100, I'm going to say it. I'm going to do it. Alongside the People's Champ.
It felt so good. It feels so good. I feel vindicated right now.
How are you, Joe? How are you, my friend?
I woke up with a horrible migraine and coughing and sneezing, but I'm not letting that affect what is episode 100.
So big things happening today.
Oh God,
the biggest things happening today. So number one, we are live right now on youtube.com/myxboxandme. What does that mean? You may be saying. That means My Xbox and Me now has its own official YouTube channel. So for those who are wondering, if you're on the MC Fixer channel going, where's the video version? It's not there anymore. It's now on a separate channel. You should all go find either via the Facebook group or my Twitter or Joe's Twitter or My Xbox and Me's Twitter, which is My Xbox and Me. It's all over the place. It's everywhere. It's a thing. It's a show. It's real. Oh my God.
How many weeks have you been planning this or months? It's been a while.
No, it's been, so let's just chat. Are you with me? I want chat to know. Everyone let me know if you're in there, chat. No, it's been about, I think it was about a month, per se. We've been talking about doing this for so long. The whole point of My Xbox and Me at the start was to make an Xbox podcast, I went to a podcast and it was a case of what do I do? I always wanted to work for Kind of Funny. Kind of Funny never had an Xbox podcast. I had a PlayStation podcast, and I was like, Joe, what? I'm going to do it. So we started with My Xbox and Me. I believe I come up with the name. I come up partly with the logo with Haley, which for those who do not know who Haley is my fiance. We then drew it on a piece of paper and sent what we wanted to our old co-host at Kevin Tarney, don't shoot Tarney. He drew it up, and then we got this. So that's a little tangent to how we all started. But this going on for the YouTube channel and stuff like that, it was like, this is what I wanted to do. I want a channel dedicated to Xbox by us, by me and Jujo, by people, members of the community who I want to get involved. I want a podcast. I want Let's Plays. I want it to be more than just me. My Xbox and Me is more than just me. It is you guys. It's the community. It's everything that we've been trying to build for the last 100 weeks. And it's really weird to say.
It is.
100 weeks.
100.
We haven't missed a week in 100 weeks.
Whew.
That's an interesting one. I think people forget how much effort goes into actually doing a podcast and the time zones between me and you and organizing hosts and organizing guests and stuff like that. Expect more guests, expect more hosts, expect new people to be on the channel, expect brand new content, Let's Plays, reviews, news, all of that. But let's get into the normal shebang. And again, I will say we are live, so we will be interacting with our live chat. If you're not watching live, then I apologize. You was told and you was given a date and time.
So it's all your fault.
All your fault. Yeah. So this week's episode is brought to you by Mike Lynch, of course, as always. We'll hear from him more a bit later. Joe, let's start off with the good old one. Oh, I better do the rigmarole, actually. My Xbox and Me is brought to you by Mike Lynch. If you want the show early, you head over to patreon.com/mcfixer. That isn't changing. The audio is $3. The video is $4. Speaking of patrons, Joe.
Yeah.
You know full well, if you support above the $5 tier, you get a shout out on the show once a month just to say thank you so much for actually keeping this show on, keeping the lights on, keeping it going. Without the patrons, this doesn't happen. So this month, you actually said, Joe, what you should say thank you to everybody, regardless of the tier they're on. So I'm going to run through the list as quick as possible. Mike Lynch, Mr. Moody, Mrs. Moody, Alexander White, Charlie Light, Crash, Stuart, Paul. There's two Pauls, so Paul. Reese, Sarah Ann, Mr. M.T. Cooney, Negrita, Cal, Rahul, Paul again, Frederick, Andrew, Sandra, Patrick, Fiona, Jordan, Stolberg. One of the very first patrons we ever got. Jimmy Martin, Tyson, Words About Games. You'll hear about them soon a bit more. Tom Hopkins, William Kedge, Joseph.
I wonder who he is. Sounds like a great guy.
Never heard of him. Ashley, Mark, Joel, Corey, Dan, Lucy, Tony, Haley, Sharon, and Mr. Miller, Ross Miller. So thank you all so much for your support. Again, this show doesn't happen without you guys. There is no show without you. So if you can and do and maybe want to, and know that you're supporting something even bigger than just a podcast now, because you're going to be getting content early on Patreon. Anything that goes up on my channel or the My Xbox and Me channel, Patreons get first. They get it early before anybody else. So now that's all out the way. Let's talk about what's in our box, Joe. What has been in your box this week? And don't start with the topic of the show.
Oh, come on.
Slow down. I know what you want to talk about, but let's talk about something before that. So what have you been playing other than that?
The only game that I'm allowed to say I've been playing other than the game that we're going to talk about later is a little indie game by the name of Destiny 2.
Oh, yeah, little indie game, definitely.
Yeah, and I'm New Monarchy because they have Iron Man colors, so I chose them. And it's awesome. Like it's maroon and gold. Who doesn't want that type of like black and white? Come on, overdone, right?
No, I love black and white.
Bro, no. for me, New Monarchy all the way. It's sad to say that it looks like Dead Orbit won the faction, whatever thing that happened this week. But nonetheless, I've been doing all the faction stuff every single day.
Okay, talk about that a little bit then, because I haven't touched any of the faction stuff.
Okay. So there's a faction rally. The three factions from the original game, New Monarchy, Future War Cult, Dead Orbit, they're all back, and they are trying to get as much resources as possible for the city to earn the city's favor. And all three have their own type of doctrines that they follow, their own code of ethics, their own code of law. And so it's about you gaining resources in various different ways. You can run strikes, you can run public events, lost sectors, any type of way to gain rep with these factions you can. Totally easy to as well. And you go up to the vendors and exchange these coins for loot. So it's a really easy, fast way to level up your character. Okay. And you could get different shaders. And whoever wins at the end of the week, you get to buy the exclusive gun from them for 1,000 glimmer. So yeah, and whoever doesn't win, you can still buy their guns, but it's for 50,000 glimmer.
Haha, my faction won, so you got lose.
Well, I mean, we all kind of win at the end of the day, right? Don't we?
Right, video games, yay! No, I haven't played much Destiny since I've been back from EGX. If I'm being honest with you, I literally jumped on to literally do the faction stuff, to pick a faction, and then I was like, "Who do I pick?" Kresh, and Kresh was like, "Pick Dead. What is it? Dead Cell?
Dead Orbit, yeah.
Dead Orbit. Sorry, pick Dead Orbit." And I was like, "All right." I didn't even look. I didn't care. It was just pick Dead Orbit. They're gonna win. I was like, "Cool, there you go," and they won. So
they look like a bunch of emo kids.
Well done, Kresh. Shout out to you.
Oh gosh,
shout out to you.
What other games?
What other games have you been playing? Anything, or is that it?
That's it, man.
Okay. I played a little game called FIFA. You may have heard of it. No, never heard of it.
Is that the soccer game?
That's the soccer game. Yes. Been playing a bit of FIFA 18. Absolutely loving it. Literally, I'm loving it and I'm hating it. This FIFA might be the most realistic FIFA I've played. And I said this last week, and I said how the players feel weighty, and I've played a lot more of it now, so I'm still doing my ultimate team. And I'm getting beat 7-1, 8-1. Like, I'm getting smashed, Joe. Like, there's no two ways about it. I'm getting beat down in FIFA. And that doesn't usually happen to me. And the only thing I can think of is I haven't been playing FIFA as religiously as I used to play FIFA.
Right.
So I've been playing tons of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. I've been playing tons of Destiny. I've been playing tons of, what was I playing before Destiny? Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, so good. But I've not been playing FIFA like I used to play FIFA. So now these kids are coming on and they're absolutely annihilating me. But that being said, it hasn't dampened me, and I've built a decent enough squad. Me and my assistant manager, shout out to Xbox Stu, who 100% is my assistant coach. He's out there scouting for me, telling me what formations to play, telling me who to sign. Assistant coach Stu, he's out there. We call him Scout Stu and assistant coach Stu. So shout out to him. Because I've obviously been streaming it. I've been playing that, like you said, a little bit of Destiny, and then today I played a little game called Cuphead. So let's get into topic of the show. And topic of the show this week is our initial thoughts of Cuphead. This Cuphead is the new game done by, oh my god, I'm forgetting the studio's name.
MDTH, right?
Is that right? Let me vamp for me, Joe.
Okay, it's really good, guys. I want a little Cuphead. I want a mug of.
There you go. You're right. Developer Studio MDHR. They have made a interesting game, Joe. And you're deeper than me. So let me do my initial thoughts.
Okay.
And I've literally played 3 missions. I played it on stream today for like, I think about 40 minutes, if that. And
I got a question for you.
Okay.
You've played 3 missions. Have you beaten any of those missions?
So I've played 3 missions. I've beaten 2 missions.
Ooh, good.
So the first mission took me a while of learning to hold X to shoot, to dash, to do the parrying. So that was taking me a hot second to get in my head. And then chat was obviously helping me, and by helping me I mean absolutely destroying me. So I did that, and then I tried a second mission that I couldn't actually do, which is the mission I'm still stuck on. And then I did a boss mission, and the boss mission I did it on simple instead of regular.
Okay.
And I absolutely smashed it. No deaths, done it first time, loved it.
Yeah.
So the one thing I want to say about this game before we start, obviously, is the art style was what drew everybody in. And it's still so good. It is just so good. It's beautiful. Dude. It's majestical. The sound design in this game as well is really, really good.
Amazing, man.
And the one thing I was worried about going in was I heard rumblings and what I played at EGX last year. Last year. The platforming wasn't good. It didn't feel good. They have 100% fixed the platforming. The platforming feels fun. The game feels fun. It didn't demo well to me, Joe. Like when I was playing it, because you could jump around and play anything you wanted, and you didn't have context to what you're doing. You didn't know to buy upgrades. You didn't know you had health. Do you know what I mean? You didn't have context. And now that you have context, that game, from what I've played, which again, very, very, very early on, has come together beautifully. Jump in and talk to me, buddy.
So I'm at World 2 right now.
Okay.
And yeah, the art style, let's break down this art style. 1930s art style of an old 1930s cartoon. And it feels like this game is on film because there is the film grain on top of the little burnt marks you see past the screen, which is so well done. Everything in this game has been drawn and then digitally imposed into this game. So everything you see there is a fucking drawing.
Hand
drawn. So you're getting this real authentic feel that from a video game I have not gotten in a very long time, if ever. Like this does look like it belongs in the 1930s for sure. And it seems like it's been dug up and like being put on film right now. So the art style, amazing. The music and the sound design in this game, fucking phenomenal. Like the trumpets blasting off, like giving you that 1920s, late 1920s, early 30s feel of that jazz, like that Brooklyn jazz feel. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Let me stop you right there and tell you, we have a giveaway video up right now.
Oh boy.
And right now, sorry to interrupt you, Joe, but we're going to do a lot. And this is episode 100, so I do what I want. I've got a month of Game Pass to give away. So let me give it away right now.
Oh,
if you're
shit.
ready, CMHYJ 2M43F JGGDC G7337 CHFXZ. Whoever wins that has now just got themselves a month of Xbox Game Pass. Carry on, Joe.
I think you should type that in the chat too.
No, definitely not. Definitely
Oh shit,
not.
they're gonna be rewinding that a lot.
That's their problem. Carry on.
Oh god. Anyway, so the music in this game is phenomenal. It is just great, and everything is sung to you as well. Like Mr. Dice Man, or Dice Head. Oh my god, dude, he's awesome. Oh man, the level design is phenomenal. It is nonstop. It doesn't stop. And that's the one great thing is like there are platforming levels to this game. They're called run and gun. And it does not reward, it doesn't reward patience.
No.
Like you just sitting there in a corner and sniping everything and then clearing everything out and moving forward. It actually goes, no, you have to run and gun. Things keep spawning at you.
Again, that's something with context you understand, but during the demo you didn't. Because it didn't have the run and gun part. It didn't say what you was doing. So you're trying to play it like a platformer and you're taking your time and you're clearing enemies and enemies just keep spawning and you're like, in your head, you're just like, oh, this is a really hard game. No. Yeah. The object of the run and gun platforming is run and gun. Get to the end of this mission as quick as possible without taking damage.
Yeah.
And
if I could like, you know, it's real simple. It's easy for people to throw like, what is this game like? If I could do that in the most appropriate way, it's like Contra and Mega Man 2 had a baby. And that's what this game really feels like to me. Okay. The one thing too to hop back on the level design is how weapons work in this game. It's just you snapping your fingers back, going like this, which I feel like is really awesome. And even here, like when you're shooting, you're hearing your fingers snap.
Yeah.
As well, which I loved. So yeah, the level design, amazing. The boss fights are so hard, but so rewarding. I've never gotten a feeling like I was stuck on the airplane. Oh, bitch.
I haven't got there yet.
For 2 hours straight.
Really?
2 hours straight. First off, I have to admit, I'm not good at platformers.
Yeah. Are you playing on simple or regular?
Oh, regular. I'm not even putting it on simple first.
Okay.
So I'm playing that lady, and like there's one point where I'm like, I only needed one more hit, and I died. I was like, God damn it! But it gives you that resolve of I made that mistake, not this game.
Yeah.
So when I did finally beat it, I felt so accomplished. It was like, oh my God, I did something here.
Yeah, I want to just take the time quickly to say that we do have a review going up on the channel. We have gone to an external source. Shout out to Words About Games. Our friend Gary over there, who hopefully you'll be seeing more on the channel soon, hopefully. We'll be putting up a review on our channel. It's up on his channel as you speak, but which you can go check out, youtube.com/wordsaboutgames. If not, you can check it out on this channel right here, which you should be subscribed to. If you are not, please do. And you can hear his review about the game.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic. But like I'm only on World 2 right now. Like somewhat through it. And I gotta say, man, I keep on playing this game and I'm like, this is giving me Game of the Year vibes.
Ooh.
Because I'm enjoying it so much. And again, like I haven't played a good platform in a really long time. One that's been able to hook me, the one that I keep on thinking about. Like, real talk, I bought an SNES Mini, and then I bought Cuphead along with it. I haven't touched the SNES Mini, and that's my childhood in a box. Cuphead has all my attention. It is a different type of platformer. It's a different type of game, and it's doing something really, to me, that has not been done well in gaming, and that is replicating that 1930s, 40s, 50s, 60s vibe that other games have done, but this just seems like it's perfected it.
Interesting.
It's really good, and you can see the passion. You know, this game has been made by a small team. I think it's only two guys.
Two people. They remortgaged their house. They quit their jobs, and they worked on this game. And let me tell you something about not having a job and relying on other people's support. They deserve it. They deserve it. So if you are interested in Cuphead, one thing I do want to say and stress, don't let the difficulty scare you away. Because I never felt deflated when I was dying. I felt like I know what I did wrong, and I know how to do it better this time. And then I'd get a little bit further. And I'm like, I know what I did wrong, and I know how to do it better and get further.
There are some complaints though. Some of the boss fights, they don't have good tells. That's when like for example, like
I know you meant by tell,
like a face like squint or something.
Something that lets you know he's going to change into this movement.
Yes, there is. The Daisy boss in particular has the same tell for two different things, and so it always keeps you on your toes. But for me, I'm like, that's not kind of fair to me, because though I'm expecting one thing, I'm getting the complete opposite thing, and that throws me off, and I don't really like that. And what else was the thing I didn't really like? Bosses have different phases, meaning for the airplane boss, she turns into a bull. She could turn into these ladies that summon an orb that are really easy to beat, and then she summons like Apollo with a bow, and it's super piece of shit. And like you have a chance to get all three of those things. I don't like that. I hate when things are revolved around chance. I hate when I've been fighting the bull and the two ladies summoning the orb for the last hour, then I get thrown a curveball once I've learned those two. I'm like, God damn it.
Because you have to learn it again. That's the whole point. You learn it again.
Oh, that's aggravating to me.
Because it's challenging. That's the whole point of the game. It's meant to be hard. It's meant to be challenging.
It is. And it's totally fucking difficult. But I like it. The one thing I say also, lastly, that annoys me is people who are reviewing this game. I swear to God, if you say Dark Souls or Demon Souls in your review, I'm not taking you seriously.
Not every game that's hard has to be Dark Souls compared, but it feels like that's what happens lately. But whatever. People in chat have been asking, will me and Haley be doing Let's Play / streams in this? Yes. There will be Let's Plays going up on my personal channel, which is still a thing, MC Pixar. That's where we're going to be doing more stuff like me and Haley play. My Xbox and me is something a little bit separate. It's community-based. It's not serious, but more gamer focused. Haley's still part-time gamer, and people like her over there. So I'm going to keep her over there and keep us over here, just so people are aware that it's still happening. Still happening. Anything else to add on the Cuphead front? Because I know you could talk for hours. So
yeah, no, it's a brilliant game, man. It really is, and it's one of those games that you could show to a classroom and go, "This is art." Like this is a game you show to one of those people that are skeptical, like, "Oh, video games are an art." It's like, no. Let me show you this game called Cuphead. You know, I can't. As much as I love like Zelda, or as much as I love Horizon.
You love Zelda? You got a Zelda shirt on right now? No way! I don't believe you.
But like, you can't show those games to someone who isn't a gamer whatsoever, because it'd be like, oh, that looks silly. When you show them Cuphead, it's something that is based off reality. It's something that you could fool someone and say that's an old time 1930s cartoon, and they would buy it.
Yeah, my mum wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah. So I love it. Please make mugs, guys. Mr. MDH.
There's already mugs out there. It has to be.
Yeah, but there's a set, and it's 40 or $50. Guys, I love a good mug. You know that more than anybody, but I don't have $40-$50 for 2 mugs. I don't got that money.
Let's go into an ad. And first, I'm going to promote 2 things. Obviously, Mike Lynch has got his ad, and I'll read that in a second. But the ad I want to talk about is this channel, which is the My Xbox and Me official brand new channel. We have 2 videos up right now on the channel, which you guys should go check out. One is a giveaway video. What does that giveaway video have? It has t-shirts, it has pins, it has an Xbox fidget spinner, it has games, it has 6.5 years worth of Xbox Game Pass to give away. It has a ton of stuff. A ton of people already watched it. To enter, all you have to do is like, share, comment, and of course, most importantly, this is a brand new channel. We need you to subscribe. We need you to subscribe. Really,
I gotta say something off the chat. Paul Stewart just noticed this. Sophia says, "Watch Live Girls now."
Yeah, we've been hit with a cam bot. Yeah, in the live chat.
Oh man,
It's
I'm
like,
sorry,
yo,
guys. I'm going out to see live girls now.
that's what Paul Stewart says. Good luck to you, Paul. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. And say, hey everyone, Mike Lynch here, and I'd like to tell you about my YouTube channel. I play games, review movies, and go over life experiences. Basically, the whole shebang. I'm no longer on hiatus, so check out my archive of cool videos and have fun with my channel, which is Mike Lynch. P.S. I'm adding this, he's not the ukulele player. Very important, you know that, he's not.
Yeah. But who is ever playing the ukulele? Very talented.
Very, very. Joe.
Yes.
Should we get into some news?
Sure, I guess. Yeah.
Sure, cool. Next piece of news, or first piece of news, I should say. I suppose I should bring it over here so I'm not looking away from the camera the whole time. We learned yesterday that PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds developers Bluehole are in talks to bring the game to PS4. But the Korean company may be keeping its options open by also talking to Microsoft about extending the game's exclusivity. According to Bloomberg, sources at Bluehole, it's likely to offer Microsoft a longer exclusive period. With the, sorry, I totally lost track of what I said. With the period lasting until the middle of next year or longer. Microsoft have refused to comment on the issue. Bluehole CEO Chang, I'm not even going to try.
No, try it.
Bayang Gayu? TYU. I should have done it, should I? It's super racist. I didn't mean to. Yes, they explained that he, in a quote, had talks with all the major console companies about Battleground's future releases. What happens to Battleground will be launching on the Xbox One first, later this year. This is really important news. I guess it could see PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds the biggest game this year, to have a little bit more exclusivity on the console that we care about, the Xbox. Yeah. What'd you make of this, Joe?
This is a lot of news. One thing is it gets you to thinking, like, when Xbox says exclusive, what does it really mean? But I feel like this was obvious from the get-go that this game was going to realistic platforms, Sony and Xbox. Every time when Microsoft jumps around the word exclusive about something, you can know that it's not exclusive, that they are going to go somewhere else. They did it with Tomb Raider, they did it with Dead Rising, they're doing it again with PUBG.
I've got to be honest with you, the Dead Rising one is the one that got me, dude, because I was not expecting to see Dead Rising 4 on anything other than an Xbox, hence why I bought it day one, because I support Xbox exclusives. Hence why I bought the season pass, just because I wanted the real ending. Hence, and that coming to PlayStation, I was just like, this wasn't exclusive. What happened? Like, Jesus, I don't understand what exclusive means anymore.
Well, but to me, I still think it's a big deal. I do think having PUBG is important, especially for this holiday season. I think that this is going to, where Tomb Raider and Dead Rising failed because of its exclusivity ties to Microsoft, I think that this is the one game that could benefit because of the simple fact of this is what everybody's been talking about from March till now. This is what everybody's talking about. This is the game everybody's talking about. And to be a part of that conversation, you're doing your fans right by going, hey, this is our holiday game. This is it. It also still makes people who don't want to wait, or maybe are interested in an Xbox One X, going, yeah, maybe I do purchase this game because I do want 4K gaming. And you know what? This game is what is the talk of the town right now. I want to be part of that conversation. So I think you get the hardcore gamers that want to be part of the conversation at all times, gamers like myself, with people who are looking for that secondary console. So I think it's actually a great idea. Now, with that said, Sony, all you have to do is wait about a year, tops 2, and you're going to get it. But this also proves that it puts Phil Spencer in a bit of a corner, because Phil Spencer, when talking about like Destiny or exclusivity, they talked about how damaging exclusivity partnerships
third-party
are.
relationships, such as putting stuff behind timed exclusivity, such as missions and stuff.
But I still think though that I'm like, yeah, but this is a whole game you're putting behind a timed exclusive paywall. To me, it's just that's what you do when you're in business, right? You're supposed to be like, yeah, I don't like what he's doing, but let's be honest, you don't like what he's doing because he's doing it, you know, because you're not benefiting from it. So, yeah, that's what I think about the whole PUBG thing. I still think it's benefits Microsoft.
Of course, of course. Yeah, as someone who's played PUBG on controller and yeah, no, doesn't feel good. As someone who plays a lot of PUBG, still excited for it to come to consoles just so I can play with people. I will get over the controller scheme, don't get me wrong. But them getting a longer exclusivity period for the biggest game this year is nothing but a win for Microsoft. Will it happen? I don't think so, personally. If I'm being honest with you, it doesn't help Bluehoe at all. This game will sell gangbusters no matter where it's at. Yeah. So why would you put this exclusive on a console that's sold more than 30 million less than its rival?
I think it all comes down to business.
Oh, money talks.
Yeah, money. I mean, I think it's all about what business ties they could do. Like you see with when they're talking about the water in Sea of Thieves and how they're taking it from Rare, you're getting pretty much free development tools from Xbox. You're getting help. Yeah, I'm assured there's dev teams over somewhere helping with the development of this game alongside their team. So, you know, they're getting all this type of help probably for free, or not free, but probably at a heavily discounted rate. And you're probably getting some type of payment that is better for you to take an exclusivity deal. An exclusive deal with. So
there's definitely got to be reasons why companies do it.
Yeah.
There's, you know what I mean? There's got to be. Like, yeah. I forgot a game that I actually played.
Oh, no.
So let's jump back to what's in that box for a second.
Right.
And say, it's episode 100. I can do what I want. Yeah, I played the Fortnite Battle Royale mode.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. So, like, we're playing PUBG with a controller, playing Fortnite with a controller. Which one do you feel, and do you think the Fortnite is hurting PUBG right now?
Fortnite is 100% hurting PUBG. 100%. Crash, who I was playing PUBG with on a consecutive basis, now said he doesn't want to go back to play PUBG. He's done his fill, and he's now moved over to Fortnite.
Really?
I don't like Fortnite. Okay, I've got to start this by saying I played 45 to an hour of the game. The game crashed, had audio issues, lagged like a bitch while loading in. The gameplay itself was fun-ish.
Okay.
I like the art style's cool. I like the fact that when you jump out of a plane, you deploy your glider, and then you can take it out, you can put it in, you can take it out, put it in as many times as you want. That's cool. Again, art style's cool. The actual loot system I don't like. So me and Crash, we're putting up a Let's Play soon, so you'll see that. And me and Crash played, and
it's cool that I wasn't invited, by the way.
You was invited, your computer broke, remember? Twice. So don't even try it. Yeah, so the loot system is when you die, you just drop all of your loot, and then there's just tons of loot on the floor. And it's really hard to navigate through your loot. And it just doesn't feel right. I'm going to be honest with you. It doesn't feel right. For me, anyway, it doesn't feel nice. Doesn't feel fun. It just doesn't. No.
Okay. So there's something missing here for you.
I think that I am a PUBG fanboy.
Okay.
I think I've actually become that person that I've played so much PUBG and love it so much that something like it just isn't good enough, and it needs to be better than it. Do you know what I mean?
It has to be doing something different or something actually better than actually just taking the formula.
This is literally PUBG in a cartoon style, and you can build, and it doesn't have that same "oh my god, I'm gonna die any minute" feel. It has a cartoon, so it doesn't feel as real. It's not you're listening deeply in to find out if someone's to the left of you, right of you, behind you. Oh my god, you just been sniped. It doesn't have that. It's just, all right, I'm running along. Oh, there's a guy over there. I'm gonna try and sprint, and then I might kill him. I might not. From the hour that I played. I just wanted to give people some context to that. It doesn't feel as good as PUBG, in my opinion. Next piece of news.
All right.
Spotify on Xbox One means the death of Xbox Groove Music.
No, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
Yes, I'm so happy.
How am I gonna groove though, Fix?
Microsoft is migrating all Xbox Groove Music Pass subscriptions to Spotify before killing the streaming service on December 31st.
This is the biggest mistake.
In a post to its support page, Microsoft revealed it would be following suit with Sony and getting out of the music streaming game in favor of partnering with the industry's monolith Spotify, which I kind of wish was Apple Music, but I get it. The Groove Music Pass service will be ending on December 31st, and all the streaming, explore playlists and anything that users owns hasn't downloaded will not be available from the date onwards. The app will, however, continue to function as a music player, so any owned music that is downloaded to the device or uploaded to the Xbox One drive will work as normal. If you've got music that you actually purchased on the service, now is the time to download it.
Oh boy.
No more.
How am I supposed to groove, Mix?
I'm so happy. Mix? What the fuck? You 100 episodes.
I'm thinking, listen. I'm thinking of Fix at the Mix right now.
Fix
and
the
I'm
mix.
thinking, how am I gonna groove it to Fix at the Mix?
At tomorrow. Yeah, this is just interesting. I'm so happy Microsoft are doing this. They finally just went, it's not a thing. It's not gonna be a thing. And we need to stop losing money on this shit.
Yeah. No, again, smart thinking. I never used it. I probably use Spotify because I'm pretty sure you could use Spotify and play your game at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that. I'll play some Disturbed while I'm playing Destiny, you know?
Definitely.
I'll get down with the sickness.
Joe.
Yeah.
Next piece of news. Can you read this piece of news for me? Just because I need to quickly do something on my computer. I know. I'm sorry. I don't like.
I gotta scroll now. You know what this means.
I'm really sorry.
Oh man. Okay. WWE 2K18 Road to Glory mode revealed. 2K Games has revealed Road to Glory, a new competitive online mode coming to WWE 2K18. The new mode pits players against each other in daily matches to obtain stars, which the ultimate goal of earning entry into the pay-per-view events. This is fucking awesome. To compete in these matches, which will coincide with real-life pay-per-views. That is so awesome. Players must either earn a required number of stars or simply purchase their way in according to the official WWE 2K website. That is awesome. I love the fact that this game is going to coincide with the actual WWE pay-per-view events.
Yeah.
I like how you actually have to compete. And I know usually Joseph hates microtransactions, but to buy your way in, it's so WWE. I love it either way.
Yeah.
Then that's the perfect heel thing. It's like, yeah, no, he didn't even compete. He just bought his way into the ring, and then you have a good match. I'm really getting excited for this game, Fix.
I'm ready. I'm totally down. I'm just saying.
I've never bought I'm gonna be real with you. Never bought a wrestling game. This game is tempting me.
I played this at EGX and smashed Haley in the face, knocked her the fuck out, like literally destroyed her. And then we got a timeout as well. And then, funny enough, played against our good friend Gary, also known as Words About, who owns Words About Games. We played the match with him, smashing it. I'm knocking him the fuck out. Let me tell you, I'm absolutely dropping elbow drops and kick cats and kick flips and Mars bars on this bitch. And then out of nowhere, AJ Styles comes out, distracts me, and he gets me an attitude adjustment. Boom, 1, 2, 3. I lose.
Man,
I wasn't happy.
but at least you got defeated by AJ Styles.
I didn't. I got distracted by, not beat by.
Whatever. I mean, AJ Styles is the wrestler, you know.
Joe, to celebrate my Xbox and Me episode 100, and to say to everybody, please be sure to hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed.
Hit it.
We are a brand new channel. Please do. And to celebrate that, I'm going to say another month of Xbox Game Pass just for you guys. Shit. Are you ready?
Turn on your Xboxes, kids.
A code is going out for a month of Xbox Game Pass starting right now. R2D6G HJJTJ 747M7 PMJGV GKDCZ CZ. Okay, you got that last part? Okay. There you go. So be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. I'm seeing some new people in the chat. I'm seeing people like Corey. I'm seeing people like Kevin. I'm seeing some lovely people and lovely faces. Mackie, I'm seeing them. Moody, don't be a cheat and write the code out for people, you cheater.
This guy. Look at this guy.
You didn't finish the story, but 2K also announced my player.
People's champ move to do, by the way. He's giving it out towards the people. He's like, I could have done this, but the people.
2K also announced my player for WWE, a customized character creator that could be used for both Road of Glory and my career modes. My player provides 8 fighting classes to choose from, ranging from super focus high flyers to power heavy giants, hundreds of moves and superstar parts. The characters can be unlocked through progress or by purchasing, you'll never guess it, loot boxes.
What?
Sorry,
yes.
Loot cases, my bad.
No, this is great. This is what gaming's all about.
Loot cases can be earned through progress or by spending WWE 2K18 in-game currency VC. Bronze, silver, gold loot cases will cost 2,500, 5,000, and 10,000 VC, respectively.
I think even our next bit of news goes into this as well.
No, I'm going to quickly say one more because we've got one more piece of WWE. Then we'll spin back to that one. WWE 2K18 DLC and season pass details. WWE, yes, man. It has loot box and a season pass. WWE 2K18 season pass will feature new characters, new moves, in-game unlocks, and more. 2K announced today details regarding what fans can expect to get part of the WWE 2K18 season price at £24.99 and $29.99 US. While no specific release date for content has been announced, some will be available in late 2017 and the rest will arrive in early 2018.
Yeah. Guys, you can get bits and pieces of this podcast if you pay for...
What I need you to do is I need you to go to patreon.com/mcfixer and keep the lights on. Yeah, I need that because that keeps the servers alive. So keep the lights on. And then what I need you to do is while you're on YouTube, while watching this show, I need you to then subscribe and donate money to me every single time you watch the show, please.
You can watch it for free.
No. You can buy this show also at a $60 level. Of course, this is going to cost you $60 before you give me more Patreon money, and then you give me money for donations as well. But don't forget, on top of that, I'm going to give you a random chance to actually listen to the show. So you're not actually buying the show itself. You're just buying a skeleton of the show to enter the YouTube channel, and then the loot box itself means you might get to watch the show or not. I haven't decided yet.
Okay, yeah, that sounds fair.
Sounds good.
Hey, as long as it's an option, right?
Hey, I'm giving you options, guys.
Yeah.
Don't you dare say I don't give you options.
Giving players more options. That's what this is about.
Look, I'm not trying to rip you guys off. I'm just giving you options and loot boxes and loot cases and all ways to spend more money on this show. Okay? Right. That's what I'm saying.
That's all we're trying to do here.
Next piece of news, Joe. And what I need you to do is buckle yourself up for this one.
I don't have a seatbelt fix.
Hey, a seatbelt. See what I did there? Buckle up.
I'm not Sean Capri. I don't do a podcast in my car. I don't have a seatbelt.
Forza Motorsport 7's VIP membership has changed for the worst. Fans have been Fans have been surprised to discover a change to how VIP memberships works, which they say makes it much less valuable. VIP membership is a Forza series staple included in various editions of the game. VIP members get exclusive cars and online events as well as bragging rights, but membership is the most valued by Forza players for speeding up progression through the game. Typically, and certainly in the case of Forza Motorsport 5 and 6. This meant a 100% increase to earn credits from races. In Forza 7, however, VIP members are awarded with, among other things, 5 VIP mods that can be used to apply the 100% credit boost to races. Each can be used 5 times, so you only get the credit boost of a total of 25 races. Furthermore, not all events in the game support the use of mods. It's easy to see why fans feel this is drastically reducing the value of the VIP membership in a way that is going to be made up for by some exclusive driver gear, race suits to the new Forza 7, which can also be used to customize your driver. What could be more damaging for developer Turtan is that many players seemed unaware of this change in advance and consequently brought the Ultimate Edition of the game, including VIP memberships, expecting that it would include the 100% boost. Reddit users spotted yesterday, wasn't yesterday because of the day we're recording this, which is the 3rd of the 10th, 2017, that Microsoft has changed the description of Forza 7's VIP membership on its store after the Ultimate Edition's launch, and presumably in response to the controversy among the game's community. Thanks, Windows Central, the original worded to the mention of the bonus credits, etc., etc., etc. I'm not a Forza guy. I don't think you're a Forza guy, so we're going to have to bring someone in who is a Forza guy to talk about Forza for us at some point on this channel.
What if I told you I am a Forza guy?
I'd say you're a liar.
All right, good.
What do you make of this anyway? Because gaming is in a dark place right now.
Again, this is what I've been shouting from the rooftops ever since I started Bad Big Games. Microtransactions are the illusion of choice. It is the illusion of options. It is a bullshit attempt to get your money, to keep things that are in the game already for you to purchase. I love Overwatch, but it started this really bad trend that every game, because they see the success of Overwatch, they need to mimic it. And not every game should have loot boxes or should have season passes. Some games don't work with those methods in place. And now what you're seeing is, look, we saw it with Shadow of War. Oh, it's an option. Oh, okay. You know what? Who else told me it was an option in single player DLC? EA with Dead Space 3. I didn't buy the DLC for Dead Space 3. It's single player microtransactions. I'm not getting a Dead Space 4. You know, we see this all the time where publishers are like, it's a choice. Don't worry about it. But we don't take into account that they're salesmen trying to sell us something. This is bullshit. This is, if something's been in the game already for free or for a type of fee,
for a fee. It was for the Ultimate and I think there's like another edition. I don't know what the another edition is called. Yeah. So you pay more for this VIP membership. And when you've come accustomed to something in 2 games, and it's the same genre, it's the same. It's like FIFA. It's like if FIFA changed Ultimate Team all of a sudden, and you had to pay for special type of boots to get to a boost now. Like, no, we're accustomed. You've already got the audience used to something. You don't just change it up on them now. And especially not for a schemy way, of which it seems. Again, I don't play these games to know the ins and outs of it, but schemy, if you ask me.
It's so schemy. And if you're going to offer microtransaction, just like Danoni here said, make the DLC in the future free. Battlefront 2's doing it. Halo 5's done it. Make the DLC free so that we're coming to a business agreement. Don't treat me like I'm a fucking idiot, the consumer. Don't treat me like I'm just a dollar sign. Treat me like a person. Go, like how Overwatch has done it. And the reason why they're so successful is, hey, there's no Overwatch 2. There is no season pass. Everything you can get for free. Every single event, every single character, every single map is free.
Rainbow Six has done this perfectly, but I will call you out because you did talk shit on Star Wars Battlefront 2 and said you weren't buying it.
I did, and guess what? I'm a hypocrite. I'm weak. They're gonna prey on me, but I'm not gonna buy the microtransactions. No,
but that's why I said to you in the first place. You just don't buy the microtransactions. Done.
But here's the deal. So these companies, they know 90% are not going to buy these microtransactions. They know the 95%. What they're going after are kids. Like there was a study out. I can't name it off the top of my head, but they go like it's actually a very small minority actually go ahead and purchase loot boxes, and a third of them are kids with their parents' credit cards. So like what you're doing is you're taking out parts of this game. Most games out there are taking out most of these things that should have been in the game in the first place for the majority, 95% of their community, just so that 5% go out and buy a fucking loot box is crazy. And like it's pure profit. The reason why they're able to get away with that is because there's teams of like 3-5 people working on these microtransactions, not the whole dev team. They have select few people. Like look at why shaders are now a microtransaction, because how hard is it to really make a shader? That's pure money on Bungie's hand, on Activision's hand. So like these microtransactions, they're pure profit, whether they're making a few $1 million or like if you take Call of Duty, the past 3 games alone have netted them $3.6 billion.
But they're maps. That's maps. That's totally different. That's
no. This is on microtransactions. They have supply crates.
Oh, okay.
They have guns that actually affect
gameplay. Don't play Call of Duty, so I'm not 100% knowing.
It's fine. I stopped, and this is a disgusting thing to see and constantly see. And I'm not trying to be like anti-microtransaction DLC guy. I'm just passionate about it because if you're gonna do this, don't treat me like I'm a dummy. Treat me like this is a business thing. This is business, so treat me like it is and give me something fair. Give me something where I have to compromise with you, because I know I'm not 100% right. I know these companies have to make money, but the companies actually have to see that I'm a customer and I'll only go so far. That's why I'm not buying Shadow of War day one. I'm not gonna buy into that because the microtransactions aren't even going to pay for the DLC. And now hearing this about WWE, I was so excited. Now I don't know.
You will, because I'll make you. Next piece in this is something that I think some of you are going to be interested in. State of Decay, Super Street Fighter 4 coming to State of Decay and Super Street Fighter 4 coming to Xbox Game Pass. 7 new games are coming to Xbox Game Pass on October 1st. So they are now already. And Microsoft announced today, as detailed on Xbox Wire, State of Decay Year 1 Edition, which is a fantastic game. Super Street Fighter 4, Headland Editions, Saints Row Get Out of Hell is also in there. I've actually got that, never got a chance to play it. Costume Quest 2, which is a phenomenal game you should all play. Tower of Guns, the Bug Butcher, and what is that? And something else.
I can't even.
Yeah, something else. Yeah. Have all been added to Xbox Game Pass. I would like to say, anybody who has emailed in to myxboxandmepodcast@gmail.com, and I will give people still opportunities to do that, will get themselves a month of Xbox Game Pass.
Oprah, you get a Game Pass. You get a Game Pass. You get a Game Pass.
So if you've emailed in, I will send you a Xbox Game Pass in an email. So
everybody gets a Game Pass.
Agents of Mayhem developer Volition reportedly hit by layoffs. Agents of Mayhem developer Volition have reportedly been hit with layoffs this week. According to Kotaku, more than 30 people have been let go from the Saints Row studio that's located in... Where is that?
Let me see. Let me see.
You're meant to follow it along, so you help me.
I mean, what
located in
Illinois?
Illinois. Yeah, no.
I know it looks like Illinois,
yeah, I was going to say it wrong. I knew I was going to say it wrong. That apparently includes the layoffs of Volition's general manager Dan Cermak, which means that even the top boys have been taken out. Deep Silver is reportedly dissatisfied. I don't know where I'm going. I was going with somewhere else. With the sales of Agents of Mayhem, which released last month, IGN has reached out to the publisher for comment. Volition was acquired by Deep Silver back in 2013 after THQ was dissolved. The developer is also known for the Red Faction franchise. Yeah. So, what does this teach you? What does this teach you? Number one,
make a game that looks exactly like a previous game of yours and call it something totally different.
That's number one, Joe. Do not make a game called Agents of Mayhem when you should have just called it Saints Row 4
or Saints Row Agents of Mayhem.
The Mayhem. I would have been that would have sold so much better.
A rumor that's what it was going to be called.
I would have bought that. The crazy thing is, I would have bought that because I like Saints
Row.
Yeah. Number two, what are you thinking? Making a game that is look to be co-op centric and it doesn't have co-op.
Yeah.
Like, no.
There were problems with this game, and I think it stretches across the board from the marketing wasn't there, the messaging wasn't there, even the game wasn't there in terms of like, oh, this is co-op? This is cool. I could play with my friends. No. Oh, then I don't really care. Like, and that's what a lot of people kind of said, because this looked like a kind of, and I hate to say it, but it kind of looked like a generic third-person shooter, and it could have been a whole lot of fun if I was able to bring a friend along. It sucks that I wasn't,
Trust me. Next piece of news, BioWare RPG will get a beta release before launch. So those who are looking forward to Anthem, a beta will come before launch. Next one, and we're flying through them because we need to get to the end. Xbox One Insider Program, update October 2nd, preview alpha build cancelled. We've discovered a critical bug in tonight's build. Which, so delays that. Neo is finally coming to PC.
Yes.
The PlayStation exclusive, which now PlayStation are at it, Joe. Because I bet no one talks about this, how PlayStation exclusives only sit on PlayStation. Nope.
No, you don't hear it because it's such a it is a fucking double standard. So much so.
It's such bullshit. And that's why I've put this news story in. Because you know full well, just like I'll call out Tomb Raider, Dead Rising 4, I'll call out these games and go, Xbox exclusive. No, PlayStation have done it. We all thought this was an exclusive. Why the heck is it coming to PC? But it is. It's coming to PC for those who are interested. Where is the Xbox version, Joe? Because I want to play this game.
Honestly, it's so fucking good too.
I don't think it's going to come. I don't think we're going to get a version. I don't understand why.
Sony did publish this game on their end.
So why can't Xbox publish it on theirs?
So that's a good question. There might have some type of agreement for we'll publish you on our console, but you can't do business with Microsoft.
Maybe.
We don't care if you go off to Steam, but there might be something in a contract. I'm gonna see right now who's publishing this or if it's self-published. Because I know Koei Tecmo was supposed to be.
They are, but they dropped it.
But they dropped it.
They dropped it for the PlayStation version because PlayStation published it, and now Koei Tecmo are publishing this version. But what's stopping them from publishing it on Xbox? And even if they don't want to, surely Xbox want to publish this on. Like, come on.
Yeah, it is some type of contract somewhere, and that's bullshit. Yeah.
All right, next piece of news, and this is our last one before Games with Gold. Xbox One gaming gifting now possible for some. Microsoft has rolled out a digital gifting service to the Xbox One Insider program, so you'll soon be able to gift things to people.
That's awesome.
That's really cool. Again, I will repeat it for new people when I see a guy called Aaron, so shout out to you, Aaron.
Aaron Doherty's a good man. I know him.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Be sure to hit that subscribe button for me. This is a new channel. We are giving away tons of stuff. Check out the giveaway video and the welcome video after this show. Games with Gold this month, Joe. We have a great game called Gone Home. Console edition. October 1st, nor did I. October 1st till October 31st. We have the turning test from October 16th to November 15th. On the 360, which is backwards compatibility, we have Rayman 3 HD from October 1st to October 15th. And then we have Medal of Honor Airborne from October 16th to October 31st. No, I did not.
It's fucking awesome. It is insane. This is actually one of my favorite World War II games because every single mission you're dropping out of an airplane in like there's enemies all around you. It was so awesome, and it had one of the best last levels of a video game ever. I love Airborne. So great. So underappreciated.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that is it for this week's news. So let's jump into fan emails, Fix's sack, and let me tell you something, Joe.
What?
We got a lot of them. If you want to email in, you head over to myxboxandmepodcast@gmail.com. For a long, long time, we'll be giving away Xbox One Game Pass. So I bet I get some more emails now.
Yeah.
I bet I do. They stack as well. You can just keep stacking them. First email.
Can I say this too?
Please
this is the biggest I've ever seen your sack. I felt it. Your sack this week is possibly the heaviest. So I need you to unload your sack onto me.
Yeah, I will do. Hey, Fix and the People's Chump. Long-time listener, first-time emailer. I absolutely love the show and listen every week while I'm at work. I base most of my game purchases on your reviews, so thank you. So this week, Fix gave me a Game Pass code so I could try it. What a load of crap them games are. I tried Dirt Rally, crap. I tried Recall, crap. Out of the whole lot, I only saw Banjo-Kazooie, which interests me, and I've already got that. Safe to say, I won't buy the Game Pass until some half-decent games appear on there. Anyways, keep up the good work. Love the tireless work you keep doing. Your friend, Tony Williams. Brackets, I think it's O_TONY_V is his gamer tag. So go ahead and add Tony if you like.
I gotta say this. First off, I'm sorry. That's all the games in review. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you thought they were crap. I want to try Recore again now that the Ultimate Edition's in there. Honestly,
that's what I want. I want to give Recore another try. But here's the great thing about that, right? You tried these games out, and they weren't for you. And that's awesome. Like you didn't. How more upset would you be if I told you to go out and buy Recore, right? And then you're like, fuck, this game is trash.
Like I did. You mean like me? I did that.
Yeah. And like with here, like, look, like, hey, if I spent $10 and I saw a bunch of games that I wasn't interested in, or like I tried them and I wasn't interested in, I would be like, well, at least I didn't spend, $160 on these games.
Yeah.
Good.
Exactly.
So I think just give it time. I really do think so. I think we see it month in, month out. Games are coming in bigger, better, and better. I think you're going to see bigger games get in the season pass or the game pass. I really do think that. I think
you've already seen. Again, I know I joke about it, but Resident Evil 6 is in there, so Capcom's already involved. Yeah. Maybe those games are not in there right now are for you, but Gears of War Ultimate Edition's in there. Sunset Overdrive's in there, which is a fantastic game. There's a lot of great games in there.
Tony, try out Sunset Overdrive.
Amazing. If you haven't, please do.
It takes some getting used to in the beginning, but man, when that game takes off, it takes off.
Sorry, I need to just point out, typical Kev. Kevin Tarney, my Xbox and Me co-host, welcome back anytime he likes, says, I'm currently playing Quantum Break. Great new game. You should check it out. In Kevin Tarney fashion, he's only just got on Quantum Break. How long have I been telling him? How long?
Oh, boy.
God. Next piece of next email. Fixer and Joseph. Congratulations on your 100th episode. I listened to you talk about your trip to Rare last episode, and I kind of got excited for Sea of Thieves. I went to order it digitally from the Xbox store and found it's not there. My question is, how long before a game is released should it be available for digital pre-order? Games have been taking physical pre-orders for about a year. P.S. I only want to pre-order digitally so that when I wake up in the morning of release, the game is installed and ready to fire. From Matt, GT, Little Smitty, LIL space SMIY. Yeah. This is a good question. And I think they're worried about a scale-bound situation. Not to say that this game's not going to come out, because it is 100%, but they don't want to get loads of people pre-order it and then have to give tons of people their money back. Where in a physical storefront, literally, they don't even give you your £5 back. They make you move it to something else.
Right.
So, or take it off your next purchase, or whatever the case is.
See, that's bullshit. Over here in the States, where we have freedom, democracy, and that wall that just got 10 feet higher, if you pre-order something, you can take that money right out. It's yours.
Usually, I said I haven't pre-ordered a game in a long, long time. So that's just my 2 bobs, I guess. But how long? I think as soon as the game's announced, it should be up on the store. That's when you're going to get people's most hype. That's when people are willing to put the money down. That's when people are more loose with their money and their thoughts. And like we said with the Xbox One X, when that got released, it was like, Xbox One X, oh my God, I want it. Where can I pre-order it? Oh, wait, I can't pre-order it for the next couple of months. What? Which, in one way, it's done really well because it sold really well, the Scorpio edition. I'm sure the original edition will do well as well. Yeah. But in another way, it is interesting because you think to yourself, did you just lose a lot of people? Would I, me being myself, would I have pre-ordered an Xbox One X, saved up a ton of money if the pre-orders were straight away in case of missing out on one? I don't know. It's a good question.
It's a good question, and I think it has multiple good answers. Like, I think it depends on the game. So for me, if I pre-ordered Cuphead 4 years ago, I'd be wondering where the fuck my money is, 3 years ago. You know what I mean? So I think it all comes down to when they know the product is ready. And I mean, and the product is going to come out. Like when you are not 50% certain, 60, 70, 80, 90, this thing's coming out. That's when you, I think, could open pre-orders up for people. For me, I think like when it comes to Sea of Thieves, I would like to see the pre-orders come live sooner rather than later at this point, because I'm really excited. But I would have, if knowing me, would have hated to have pre-ordered this game last year, and now I'm still waiting.
Okay, so, yeah, true.
Yeah, I think take it like a baby. I say 9 months before release, go ahead and pre-order it. That's what I did with Bloodborne. And that's what I do with most games that I want the collector's edition on, is I wait about 6 to 9 months before the game actually comes out and I pre-order it.
Fair enough. Hi, Fixer and Joseph.
Oh, hey, what's up?
With the impending launch of the Xbox One X, do you think this will be the last console Microsoft ever makes? The reason for asking this is no real support for the platform in form of future game releases in new IPs or existing franchises, and potentially this console is trying to blur the lines between console and PC gaming. So if they turn people onto that, they are then brought into the Microsoft ecosystem with Windows, where I'm guessing they still make a majority of their money from All the Best. And I've not got the name, so give me 2 seconds. Okay. All the Best from... Oh, God, now I've got to try and find this email.
You want to find it while I tell them
Here it is. Sorry. All the Best from... Proper BO. P.S. I've emailed in loads, and now you offer an incentive. I've kept this part of the show going by asking questions and rinsing the people's chump. I better get something good.
You know what? He goes, when I posted on Twitter, I'm like, some big announcements on episode 100. He goes, like, he said something to the sort of, please tell me you're not leaving, fingers crossed. What a basket of deplorables he is. Yeah, no, I think that's a good question. Fix, what do you think?
Honestly,
yeah,
I don't think this is Xbox's last console because I still think they know that PCs scare people and they are still quite annoying and you update your drivers. And we've been through this, you know the fucking rigmarole by now. It's more a case of they're going to keep... you are playing on a PC. It's just a dumbed down PC. And I think that's what you're going to continue to get for a little while.
Yeah, I don't think for a second that consoles are going anywhere. I didn't believe it last generation when they're like, mobile's catching up. We see more people are playing mobile than console. I never believed that, and look where we are, right? Consoles are selling better than they ever have been.
You mean they are playing more, but you don't believe that they're not selling consoles still, right? Because you said you don't believe that phones are playing more games.
No, well, they thought that the future of games were in mobile.
Which, to an extent, it kind of is.
To an extent that they thought you would plug in your phone to your TV and that's what you'd be playing by now.
Joe, sorry, I've just seen something in that chat. There's a little chat about Quantum Break going. Yeah. And Mr. Moody says you should skip Quantum Break, Fox play. Hell no. You need to play Quantum Break. Carry on. Sorry, I apologize.
Yeah, I don't want to. But to me, you're going to see more consoles from them. Until you see the set-top box solution that is the everything is everything, it's all digital, you will not see consoles go away. The future is not, I believe this as much as I love my PC. I love my PC. I don't think the future is in PC gaming, is in Steam. I don't think it's right now in Xbox, nor do I think in Sony's way. I think it is until someone figures out, until broadband connection is that good where we can stream games and have an Apple TV like set-top box, you will see consoles continuously come out because there's so many little things in the way of the PC solution that I don't think we are ready for. And I think it's going to take 5 or 10 more years until we see a solution like that.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And to say who it is, I don't even know, but I don't think this is the last console generation.
No.
Maybe
you'll get the Xbox One X2 and just a souped up one, but it won't be. Yeah, the console's not done.
I think the way Xbox is doing it, where this is the family of Xbox, is a good way to start with going into that solution of like a set-top box.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. I think that's what Sony definitely needs to do, is to start making everything's backwards compatible with their systems. Because what Xbox is doing right now is garnering a really big ecosystem out of nothing, and it's really impressive to see. You know.
Next email.
Okay.
This email. Let me.
There's another Proper BO one.
No, it's not. Let me read. Okay. No, I already read that part. Let me read this email. I'm reading this email till the exact, all right? Okay. Holla Fix and Co. Favorite part of these past 100 episode. Here to 100 more. Your boy from Scott Sedman.
Okay. I like it.
What does that even mean?
He's saying, congratulations on 100 episodes. I hope you have 100 more.
Why would it say favorite part of these past 100 episodes?
He's probably saying that I'm his favorite part of the show.
Gotcha. That makes sense. All right, let's move on. Hi, Fixer. Congratulations on reaching 100 episodes of your popular podcast. It's been great information source of news for me over the years. My question is, with this, all these games coming end of the year, what top 3 games are your pick will be an Xbox Game of the Year contender, i.e. out of games in 2017? So what are the top 3 games you think will be up there for Game of the Year? I think, honestly, you're going to have to go PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, which is a...
I'm giving you Street Fighter background noise. Because you talk about top...
I'm trying to talk and you're just like, you're singing over me. Like, what?
Sorry, I'll do it lower.
I was better, like, what the hell are you doing?
Oh, sorry.
Like, I seriously didn't did not get what you was doing. And I was like, does he not understand how podcasting works? All of a sudden, 100 episodes in, he's like, I need to sing over when Fix is talking now. Like, what the fuck? All right, let's try this again.
All right, okay, no music.
Top 3 contenders. Top 3 contenders. I think you got to go PUBG, which is a conversation itself. Yeah. South Park, The Fractured Butthole, and
what are we doing?
Resident Evil 7.
Okay. For my Xbox and me, what would be the contenders?
No, are we talking for my Xbox and me, or are we talking for personal?
I think it would only be fitting we're talking about Xbox.
Okay, sorry, my Xbox and me. Well, then, if you want to Super Lucky Tau, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, and Halo Wars 2, because they're the only exclusives we got this year.
Well, I mean, okay.
I'm joking. I'm totally fucking with you.
Look at this.
If we're talking for my Xbox and me, it's a discussion we'd have to have, and we'll have a row about the show, yeah. I'm sure. But I would have thought Assassin's Creed will maybe be up there. Okay. Maybe. Cuphead would probably be up there.
Yeah. Cuphead for sure right now is like, that's the thing games need to fight over right now for me.
Cuphead, Shadow of War will probably be up there. It's a really hard question. But if we're going to go top 3, I'd say South Park, Cuphead, and what do you reckon?
South Park, Cuphead, and you know what? Let's do a little indie game nobody's ever heard of
Destiny 2.
Destiny 2 or... No, fuck it. Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein, I like it.
Dude, Wolfenstein looks sick. Like, that is actually, I would say, the game I'm most excited about because I love killing Nazis and I love killing them Ku Klux Klangs.
Ku Klux Klangs, like it. All right, next one. Hello, my Xbox and me crew. It's me, Kevin.
Never heard of him.
You long-time listeners may remember me. Sorry, I've only just read this before. This is the first time. You long-time listeners may remember me as the cheap form of my Xbox and me host, or simply as the Call of Duty bloke, which is, I hope you are all well. The podcast has hit 100 episodes, and I think I speak for everyone when I say it's quite an achievement. Insert Xbox for achievement stand here. When you think about the amount of work and effort Corey and Joseph put in each week, I cannot stress how proud I am of you guys for keeping the podcast alive and the community engaged. Here's to 100 more episodes. So, you Xbox loving son of a guns, I have a question for you on this momentous occasion. Are you guys looking forward to Super Lucky Tau? I asked as I was browsing through the Xbox store the other day and stumbled across the game again. I had completely forgotten about it after E3, so I decided to click it and to watch the trailer. To my familiar, I know, I fucking hate you so much. Familiarize myself with the game, and upon doing so, I nearly choked on my macaroons as I listed the pre-order price is $19.99. Why so surprised, you may ask? Well, in all honesty, I was expecting a AAA price tag. However, my chief self-joy was suddenly halted by one word: recall. Yeah, it's been a while, and apparently the game was fixed at a later date. But does that mean the game is bad, or do you think it's just a shorter game, aka to Ori's length? I personally hope it's neither, and it's Xbox just giving us a bargain on an unknown property. However, never played a console Mario game, Sonic for Life. This game is really looking to scratch that old school 3D platformer itch for me, and the bright cosmetic design and cheerful characters really look fun. I don't own a Switch, so Mario filler is a no-go. Let's be honest, Mario is a douche. But
he is a douche. Mario is not the person you think he is. Continue.
Whatever. Are you looking forward to Super Lucky Tale? If not, am I crazy? What are you looking forward to? Why is there a fly in my cup of tea? All questions I need answering. Until next time, guys, keep waving the Xbox Live. Keep up the amazing work. Your friend, listener, and voice of an angel, Kev. So, lots of questions here. The number one is, are we looking for the Super Lucky Tale? And I wasn't, and I am now. I am. Since I played it at AGX, I am looking forward to it. It is cheap. It is going to be doable. But you do bring up a really good point. The last game I bought that was cheap was Recall, and that game was broken as fuck.
Yeah.
So, do I think it's just to do with length? Yes. Do I think it's to appeal to a younger audience, this game? And it does that in such a good way. So... yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I don't think you should be concerned. And the fact you've never played a 3D platformer Mario game scares me a little.
Honestly, God, it makes me think a little less of them. But let me say this. I'm super excited for Super Lucky Tales. Day one purchase. And think to yourself like this. I think, yes, this is a smaller scaled game. 100%. And in where it's coming out, would you literally buy this for $60?
No.
Just think about it like this. Where is it surrounded by?
Everything.
You know, yeah. You got a few days ago, a Mario game came out. So you got to really think about when this game's coming out. You got to think logistics. So the only way this game's going to sell in the holidays is if it's cheaper. The only way you introduce a character like this or a game like this in that landscape is by offering a $19.99 deal. And it doesn't mean it's going to be bad. Cuphead, $19.99, one of the games to be right now. So
I kind of feel like this is Xbox version of Knack.
Yeah.
Their kids game, a lower price point. It's not for the hardcore gamer. It's for someone who turns their Xbox on at Christmas and goes, I want that game.
Yeah. I got a kid. I got a kid in a divorce.
I've got a kid. Next. I can't answer your question about your cup of tea. Why is there a fly? Sorry. That's just not for me. Hey team, congrats on the big 100. Here's to many more. If you could experience one game from the start again, what game would it be and why? For me, I would love to go back and experience Elder Scrolls Oblivion all over again. For the first time, you step out the sewers to find the new caves or stories. For me, it's an experience and feeling you can't recreate on a playthrough. Keep up the hard work, and I cannot wait to hear Phil Spencer on the 100 pod as promised. Cheers from Paul Stewart. Thank you very much for the emails again. I really do appreciate it, guys.
Phil, just like my father throughout my whole life, did not come as promised. He was like my father with the same excuse my whole entire life. He was busy at work and he couldn't come. But I'm going to promise something right here. Episode 200, Philip Nathaniel Spencer, because that's his middle name.
It can't happen.
Is coming episode 200, maybe even sooner if you keep up your attitude.
Maybe. On a serious, Resident Evil 2, the moment that Ada is dropped with Leon in the hands, the music changes, and he drops her and he thinks she's dead forever. I remember a tear dropping from my eye, and I think that was actually the first game that made me cry. Because you've been on this adventure with Ada, she's a double agent, you don't trust her, you do trust her. Obviously, you want Leon and Claire to get together. And I was young playing these games, and I had all these emotions. And yeah, so I'd love that moment again. There's not many games that make me. I love games that make me emotional. In any way, happy, sad, but not all games do that. Not all games actually. Destiny doesn't make me emotional in any way, shape, or form. It's just me shooting things. FIFA doesn't make me emotional apart from me shouting all the time, angry, just anger. But I mean happy emotions, and yeah, I would love Resident Evil 2.
Any, I'll answer it with there's multiple that come to my mind.
Just get one. Let's just because we got a lot of emails.
Oh, come on, man.
No, just get one. I've only got time.
Fuck. Halo 4. And it is don't promise girl something you can't keep. That's always awesome. And Would You Kindly? There you go.
Okay.
From BioShock 1.
Hello, my Xbox and me, my Xbox and me, sexy lovers. No question. I just want to say congratulations on hitting the milestone that is 100 episodes. To think I have seen every single episode from
Every single one.
Ross Miller days to the Tarney days, all the way to now, the People's Champ days.
The People's Champ era, yes.
I'm so happy to be proud to be a proud member of this community, and may it grow even bigger. So guys, congrats on the milestone. Here's to another 100. Heck, another 200 episodes. Love you guys. Keep kicking butt. Your friend, fan, and lover, Mr. Moody. Thank you very much, Mr. Moody. Appreciate it. Not a question. A big well done on 100 episodes and the invite to the inner sanction at Rare. Good to see you are heading in the right direction. Here's to the next 100. We are proud of you. Fishing, Negrita, Erin. P.S. Joe, the People's Champ. Here's a shout out to you. We got a couple more, so let's try and I'm gonna try my hardest to get through them.
Okay. I got time, dude. I got all the time in the world.
You do, but I don't know if listeners have time. What's chat saying? We got one from Danone, and it says, 1. There's been rumors of a lack of Xbox activity in Japan over the last year. Do you think Microsoft are going to make more of an effort to get proper JRPGs exclusive to Xbox, or do you think this gen they will concentrate on getting the best hardware out there and then make a push for bigger varieties of games? For example, Dragon's Dogma Online is a DD MMO that was released in Japan only in 2015 for PC and PS4 by Capcom. What if Microsoft made the big money deal to get it over here on Xbox One X? I was annoyed knowing that it was only in Japan. I think they're done with Japan. I don't think they're ever done with Japan, but I think they're done with Japan, if I'm being honest with you.
Yes.
I feel like Japan's a market that they haven't been able to hit, but
it's Japan is such a confusing marketplace because you have, you know, portable and handhelds being so popular there, and then you also have the fact that Sony and Nintendo are Japanese brands, and that's speaks to the Japanese consumer more than Xbox does. So you have to spend hundreds upon hundreds of $1 million to break into that marketplace to ensure Atlas, Capcom, you know, Sega, same company, but you know, to ensure these big JRPG developers to literally pay for the development on your console because they don't see the benefit. So for me, I feel like for games like Persona 5, I would have paid Atlas to get that on Xbox over here on the West.
100%.
It needs to be put your ear to the ground and see what is popular from Japan and bring it over here to the West. So like games like Persona, like take them, you know, because I don't feel like you're ever going to break into the Japanese market, but you could break into the people that love anime, love the JRPGs that are here in the States and here in Europe. So
2. Yes. The Xbox One X is about to release. What games would you like to see brought back for a big 4K upgrade remastering type of thing? I'm talking something that hasn't been done since last gen or before. I know we want new games too, but seeing old classics brought back to life is something amazing. I think this is, for me, Fable 2. I would love a 4K remastering of Fable 2. More achievements, another way to play that game again. Yes, please. I'd love that.
Fable 1.
Yeah, but
that's where my love for the
but they already
is.
remastered Fable 1.
But like in 4K, I would love to see it.
Okay. What else? I don't know. Yeah.
Star Wars Battlefront. The one's done not by EA. Let's do it.
Yeah, that's
wait, Republic Commandos. Get it. That game's fucking awesome as shit. Give me that game. EA, listen to me. Visceral, Amy Hedging, you listening? Give me Republic Commandos.
They're working on something right now, so you know. Next story. Yo, it's your boy Yami. How's it going, guys? I've been sick all weekend, so I ended up watching Hulu and playing on my 3DS. But this made me think of a few questions. What show / movie do you want to put on, or game do you play whenever you are sick? 2, what faction did you pledge to in Destiny 2? And 3, have you played Fortnite PUBG? So we already spoke about the PUBG and the factions. What game do I play when I'm sick? I don't. I don't play games when I'm sick. I can't concentrate. I can't think. I can't do anything when I'm sick.
I binge watch things.
TV. I watch TV. I can't do anything else apart from watch TV. That's literally it. Gaming while sick is not for me.
It's not fun.
It's just one of them things at the end of the day. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I want to apologize if you can hear Hayley coughing. She's not well, and you might be able to hear her in the background. I apologize for that. Thank you.
How dare you, Hayley? Hold it in. Come on. Do you know we're doing things here, Hayley? Oh my God.
Last email from Brian. I really enjoy the show.
Oh, thanks, Brian.
You very much, Brian. Okay. Thank you all for joining us for this hour-and-a-half special episode of My Xbox and Me. There are little bits where I went as well, Kev. I am totally thankful for all of you. I really do mean it. There's more than just people live in the chat. We have people that don't write in and don't just listen every single goddamn week without foul. Thank you. Thank you for 100 episodes. I want to give a big shout out to Ross Miller and Kevin Tarney, because without those people, this show wouldn't have got to where it got to. I want to give a big shout out to the man who stepped up when I had absolutely nobody, which is Joseph.
Oh, man, thanks.
Thank you very much. And I want to thank everybody who supports this show. Number one, we have a YouTube channel now. youtube.com/myxboxandme will be the URL when we get to 100 subs. I'll be able to change it to that. Until then, just type in My Xbox and Me. You will see the channel, I hope. Be sure to share it with people. I'm going to be posting it everywhere. So share, like, comment, you know, all the jazz. We have got a huge giveaway video up on the channel right now. There are t-shirts, there are pins, there are spinners, there are games, there are Xbox Game Pass. There is key rings. There is a ton of stuff. Like, seriously, there's a ton of stuff for people to win. So go check out that video, which is on the YouTube channel right now as we speak. The welcome video is there as well. There's an update video on my personal channel for people who will be like, where the hell's the My Xbox and Me show? It's moved. Again, I just need to say thank you so much. Thank you to Mike Lynch, who has been supporting this show so long. Literally keeping the lights on each week. Thank you to all my Patreon supporters. Lots of new stuff's going on. So you've got this channel. I know Joe's got some stuff cooking that's coming up soon that you'll have to support if we can. Until then, Joe.
Yes.
Any last things to leave on?
Yeah, no, I just want to say thank you guys as well for welcoming me aboard this awesome community. It is literally the most. It is the most. I say this all the time, but it's so true. I come here and I just talk games with some of the best people, the best community out there. Don't tell the Bad Bit Nation about this, but seriously, you guys are so fantastic. You guys have come over to Bad Bit Games and supported me out there, dude. Some of you guys even listening to the PlayStation podcast. Thank you guys so much. You guys have been so fantastic to me, and every time, like when people go to me or like teachers have gone up to me going, oh, so like, what do you do? And I tell them about this podcast. I always lie. I go, it's the number one Xbox podcast in the UK. What do I know, right? But to me, it is. To me, it's that important. To me, this is the best Xbox podcast out there. There's others. Sure, I've given them a good listen, and they're great, but they don't have this feeling that we have here, that we've concocted. It is. There's a special type of pride that I have with this that I don't get anywhere else, and it's all because of you guys. So I can't wait to make content here for My Xbox and Me and be a part of
Let's Plays, opinion pieces, co-op plays, the whole shebang. Like literally, there's going to be so much content on here now that it won't involve just me either, which I'm super happy about. Something that won't just be me is I'm totally for.
Yeah, I'm so pumped. So, you know, with that, I love you. I'll leave you.
And I'll see you guys later. Like it, Joey. Like it. Bye.
Bye bye.
Remember to sub.